Well, that's it for my time here in Buenos Aires. Kind of sad to leave. A lot of amazing, neat memories were made here. Again, such a beautiful city. So I'm flying back to the US via Santiago, Chile. But I extended my stay over, so I'm gonna have over 24 hours there. So, let's go back to Chile. Found a Burger King by my terminal. What I love about South American countries is that even at 8 o'clock in the morning, you can get a burger. And this is their burger with ham and cheese. Oh, I thought I had eggs too. No eggs, huh? I thought I got an egg burger. They actually put scrambled eggs inside your burger. So if you want breakfast and you want a burger, you could have both. What I am really excited for, a big bucket of churros. Nobody orders fries this early in the morning, so fresh batch. Beef is awesome. I'm really gonna miss the beef in this country. Let's try this. I saw them freshly make this. Oh yeah, they are piping hot. Fresh out of the fryer. I mean, not the best churros in the world. I'd say on par with Disney. Nice and hot. This stuff is awesome. All right, gotta hurry up and eat. Boarding soon. See you in Chile. Wow, that's a really beautiful view of the city and the Andes Mountains. So, like I said, only about a day, a little over a day that I'm here in Santiago. I have a reservation at a restaurant I really want to eat at tonight. Now, let's go grab some lunch. So this place I wanted to go to, they have actually two stores. One is a takeout place, which I mistakenly went into, and this is their restaurant for dine-in. Wow. Okay, this is a busy place. This place is absolutely packed, and last time I got the lomito, which is the pork. This time I'm getting the churrasco, which is the thinly sliced beef. I think most people here are getting that. It smells phenomenal. Oh man. And I got the completo, which has everything out here. Gorgeous toasted bread. There's some, looks like onions and tomato sauce, some cheese, loads of sauerkraut, and then just a mountain of sliced beef. Also a mountain of mayonnaise too, look at that. That's a lot of mayonnaise on this. Look at the size of this sandwich. Oh man, I am so happy I get to eat this again. And of course, gotta tackle this thing with knife and fork. There's no way you can lift this thing without 80% of the ingredients falling off. All right, this bun is so toasty. It's absolutely falling apart as soon as I stab into it. This is so amazing. Now I'm not sure which one I like more, the pork or the beef. This is some tender, thinly sliced beef. I should really like the sauerkraut. It's not overly sour, perfect ingredient to offset the richness of the beef. The onions and tomato sauce bring some little tanginess, little sweet, and of course this thing is just loaded with mayo. Oh, it's so amazing. I think the sandwiches on this trip, both here and in Uruguay, some of my favorite things to eat on this trip. There's so much beef in here, all beautifully tender and juicy. Now looking around, I should have got cheese. Everyone else got cheese in their sandwich. Yeah, I definitely would have regretted not eating this. Incredible. So I found this place on the way back to the hotel. This is one of the food items look really good. I don't know exactly what it is. It looks like it involves a lot of seafood and fire. I have not had a lot of seafood for the past week, so this thing looks incredible. I hope it looks as good as the pictures. Wow. And here it is on a sizzling plate that they actually light on fire. This is a ginormous amount of surf and turf. So there is steak, I think sirloin, there's salmon, shrimp, a ginormous octopus, squid, there's vegetables on the bottom, onions, carrots, tomatoes, cauliflower. Wow, salmon is tender, very, very juicy. Maybe I just haven't had fish in a while. This tastes so good. Nice and fatty too. I love the seafood in this country. There's some chili sauce they gave me. Good amount of heat. That was a delicious shrimp. Ginormous, beautifully cooked. Yeah, I feel like my body has definitely craved seafood. Squid is delicious. Check this out. Look at a ton of octopus here. Okay, this thing feels pretty tender. It's so tender. The vegetables good. This thing is loaded with garlic. There's some broccoli, corn, whoa, pineapples? And this is all gonna be drenched in the juice from the seafood and the steak. Yeah, this is a delicious dish. I do like the fact that they give you a steak as well, because steak is something that's always gonna be welcomed by me. Very tender, nicely cooked. There is a little chew, but it's tender. This is a pretty delicious plate of food. Oh, look at that. Seared pineapple. Okay, I'm so dumb. That's not pineapple, that's a potato. That's delicious. I think the best thing in here is the octopus and the shrimp. The octopus is magnificent. And this is a ginormous plate of food. Giant steak, giant salmon. I think this hot sauce is awesome. That's another thing I really like about this country. How much they love seafood. And they do it very well. Yeah, this is a hefty plate of food. So I definitely need to go for a run or walk around for a long time after this to get ready for dinner, but worth it. Absolutely delicious. Dinner is gonna be really special. So this restaurant is one of the highest rated restaurants in this country. It's actually rated number 24 in the whole world. Welcome to Boragó. Hello.
What you have in your glass is rainwater.
Rainwater.
Yes. From the city of Valdivia, south of Chile. Why the city? Because it's very cold.
It's very cold?
And has microclimate.
Wow. Never had rainwater before, you know, on purpose. Whoa. Tastes so crisp. That's delicious. It's very modern, simplistic decor. As soon as you walk in, you smell smoke. So, as you can see, it's an open kitchen. I see people visiting in there. People are walking around. You can see all the food being prepared. Brought over some kombucha. Whoa, that's quite bitter. So this restaurant sources ingredients from over 200 different producers around Chile. Wow, look at this. Oh my goodness, that is a giant tomato.
Yeah.
Look at the size of these tomatoes.
And our summer menu.
What?
I'm going to mix this chancho en piedra with this juice we made with watermelon from the pine.
Wow, this is really beautiful. Look at this. They brought over a giant, enormous potted plant, a tomato plant. It's a big tomato, not nearly as big as the ones they just brought over. These are ginormous. So inside this tomato, as you can see, there's a straw here, and inside is, they told me it's the tomato and also very particular kind of salt, and then watermelon juice, and you suck it up through this bamboo straw right here. Whoa, oh, that's extremely refreshing. It's delicious. I love tomato juice. Little hint of saltiness, and of course, a little sweet from the watermelon juice. Really refreshing. I was kind of shocked by the presentation because I never expected a potted plant to show up on your plate. Like, it's literally on my plate. That's pretty cool. It's very innovative. Oh, wow. This is definitely gonna go down as the most innovative dishes I've ever seen. So all this is edible. So the top is a flour made with the tomatoes I saw earlier, and right underneath I think is it's a poppy seed salad with tomatoes. And the second part that I'm eating is made with, I think they said pink tomatoes. After this part is done, I lift this lid up and there's a farm salad inside. This is the craziest, most innovative thing ever. And this whole thing is edible, including the stem. Oh. That one tastes like almost like a gummy tomato. It's made with those ginormous tomatoes from earlier. The stem tastes like a little breadstick, so nice and crunchy. There's also chilies in there as well, so you're getting a bit of heat too. This, I'm gonna pull this out. See, this is the tomato with tons of spices on top. That one tastes more savory, way more juicy, bright, refreshing, but definitely more on the savory side. And open this up. Wow. I thought they said house salad in this. Maybe I heard wrong. But the cream is almond cream. It tastes like super creamy cheese. I had to double check because I thought they said almond cream. I thought maybe I heard wrong. Yeah, that's just almond cream. Like a little bit like a ricotta cheese. This one is absolutely bombastic. So light and rich and creamy. This is from almonds. Holy moly. Never would have guessed in a million years. This is delicious. That's so good. There's a little poppin' cherry tomato in there as well. 16 dishes. I think I'm 2 down. I think that's my favorite so far. Also, all these plates and bowls and spoons, everything's made out of stone. Like, look at this. It's just like, this thing weighs like 10 pounds. Wow. This is blowing my mind. Like, I think the last time I had something as artistic as this, it was at Alania in Chicago, 3 Michelin star place. So this is dill flour. I'm only supposed to eat the outside flour. This is a bee made out of camembert cheese, and the head is a little black almond. The orange thing is a pumpkin, and I'm supposed to dip it in a truffle sauce on this little plate. There's definitely a lot going on here. And you hold the dill flour like this, and you eat the outside flour parts, not even the stems, just the outside flour. I love it so much. Dill is one of my favorite things in the world. I love it in my cream cheese and my bagels. I love it in dumplings, and I love whatever they're doing here. So this is completely fried. Look at this. There's a cream in the middle of these little flowers that I couldn't see before. Oh my gosh. That's so delicious. Very concentrated dill flavor, which is amazing. And they fried it so well. Never knew you could just eat dill flour like this. Like a tempura. I was told not to eat the branches, but man, it's so good. So you take the bee. Oh shoot. Well, I managed to put the bee together as best as I could, and you're supposed to dip it into, all right, I need both hands for this. You're gonna dip it into the truffle sauce, and on the bottom of the bee is a little cracker. This is awesome. The cheese, very, very creamy, rich. I love the crunch from the almonds. I love the crispy wings. That cheese is just incredibly creamy and rich. Very earthy from the truffle sauce as well. I think this is my favorite though. I'm gonna go home and try to tempura this myself. This is incredible. And they're very, very attentive with the service. So right away you used your hands. Cute little basket appears with wet towels inside. I feel like I'm eating in an art museum right now. This is all like beautiful pieces of food art. These 2 dishes are utilizing ingredients from the south of Chile. This is Chilean barnacle, and it's slightly grilled. And here, this dish, this is apparently the biggest mussel you can find in southern Chile. And they call it, the interpretation is shoe mussel. And inside there's butter made with, well, the innards of the mussel. And there's a little piece of peach right here that you squeeze onto the mussel like lime juice. Supposed to just grab it from the top. And this is the part of the barnacle I'm supposed to eat. Wow. Oh, this smells so good. Whoa, this is absolutely incredible. This might be one of the best seafood items I've ever had in my life. Whoa, that is sweet. Oh my gosh, so good. I think I was only supposed to eat the pieces that were hanging outside of the shell. I just like dug into the shell a little bit. I've had barnacles before and never tasted like that. Usually barnacles to me is very, very briny. That was sweet like a scallop. When you take a bite, it releases an aroma that almost tastes like fresh ocean air with roasted shellfish. It's so delicate and succulent and juicy. It's buttery, smoky, a little hint of brininess. That was amazing. And now for this ginormous mussel. This is the biggest mussel I've ever seen. Also, look at this spoon. Spoon made from mussel shell. Whoa. The sauce is also made from the mussels. This is the peach. I'm gonna squeeze it. Squeeze it in. Oh, this is not easy to squeeze. Squeeze it as much as I can. It's incredible. This has all the umami that these mussels can muster. Texture-wise, the mussels themselves are mind-blowing. The most delicate, the most fragile, tender mussels you will ever put in your mouth. Even if you look at it wrong, you'll probably damage it. That's how delicate they are. I have no clue how they made mussels so crazy soft and tender like this. The broth, smoky, buttery, so much umami with a tiny hint of brininess. It's absolute 100% flavor concentrate. You do get a little snap from the beans. This is one of the most delicious dishes I've ever put in my mouth. This in the barnacle, this is a 3 Michelin star quality dish. I kid you not, I want every single drop of this. I don't know if the sweet peach added that much to this dish. You do taste like a faint hint of sweetness, but I couldn't get as much juice out of it as I wanted. Regardless though, yeah, A+, 10 out of 10, 5 stars, 2 thumbs up, all that good stuff here. I'm sitting here still in shock from that last dish. So they told me like the next dish is gonna be a snack, and then there's gonna be 3 main dishes. 3? I can live with that. Another, thing of beauty, look at this. On a stone bowl, on a half a, what looks like salt. No, this is ice. And a clam that I have to untie. That's pretty. I love opening food presents, by the way. Wow, that is so pretty. So inside there's tuna, there's Chilean clams, and the pink broth is made with a concentration of a type of Chilean seafood. And what I'm supposed to do is eat everything on top. Look, some seaweed here as well. These are all the delicate clams. Look at this, different types of clams it looks like. And then I'm supposed to drink this broth. Wow. This is like the most exquisite ceviche I've ever put in my mouth. The clam texture is perfect. Tender, little snappy, tiny bit of brininess. The broth is a little citrusy. That tuna is so tender, and the seaweed is wonderfully snappy and delicious. That last clam was so sweet, ridiculously sweet. This is like a pure, refreshing ocean dream right now. Wonderfully amazing. And then you drink the broth. Wow. Whoa. Citrusy. This thing is just all umami. Like all umami. Oh, like just the most concentrated shellfish umami in all the land or all the sea. And when you shift it around, more soup is kind of coming out. I love this place. It's so awesome. Next course, this is Chilean lobster on a on a stick. The stick is just the lobster antenna. And this is gently roasted over charcoal. So I'm supposed to eat the lobster first. And next to it, it's a little sip of soup made with Chilean peppers. And in the middle, I think that's a play of Chilean bean stew. So these are granado beans with edible flowers on top and a grilled pink tomato. So I'm supposed to eat a flower, eat some beans, eat a tomato. This might be the most beautiful dish I've ever seen. Oh, it looks so pretty. Okay, so the lobster is a ginormous chunk of lobster, dripping with juice. Oh my God. Sweet, succulent, smoky, so juicy and tender. Oh, that's just kissed by the smoke gods. And this is the little juice made with, I think they said algae butter and Chilean peppers. Oh, wow. That's so good. I don't know whether I was supposed to take a bite of the lobster and then immediately sip that broth. I think maybe I should have because it's incredibly flavorful and so much depth and umami. I feel like that would have been really good with the lobster. At the same time though, I don't know, because it's really nice to just eat the lobster on its own and taste that beautiful smoky and sweetness of the lobster. I don't know what I was supposed to do there. That little broth is so good. I wish I had a whole bowl of that. It's spicy too. That's so nice. Okay, so this is supposed to eat a flower. So I guess I'll grab a flower. Might just be easier to pick one up right away. Got some beans. Flower's really sweet. And then right away, get a piece of tomato. That's lovely. The flower starts off really sweet and then becomes a little like almost like a scallion, a little spicy. Maybe I'm just imagining it. Well, sweet, crunchy. Well, different flours has little different flavors. Tastes like you're munching on a garlic stem. It's nice and spicy. The beans are delicious, mildly sweet, nutty, earthy. I like how they're tender but not mushy. It's got a really nice chew to it. This broth that is sitting in is wonderfully rich, a little creamy. This is delicious. And then the tomato is basically a palate cleanser. Warm, smoky, sweet, so much juice. Yeah, that's a wonderful palate cleanser. Wow, this is so beautiful, vibrant, delicious, so good. Biggest flower. It's so awesome. All local ingredients, like so creative with its use. That's an absolutely stunning dish.
I have a presentation for the next course.
Okay.
Chef Rodolfo always wants to serve food from Easter Island. This is the yellowfin.
What is
The
it?
type is the fin of tuna. Yellowfin is the type.
Yeah.
And we cure in beeswax for 2 weeks. What we want to add when we're curing, we want to add flavor, aroma, and texture. When we have the time, we remove and we cook directly on the fire.
Wow. Okay, this smells and looks incredible. The top one, this is the spine of the kingfish. They use the spine part because obviously the best flavor of anything, fish, animal, is gonna be right by the bones. And here's the yellowfin that was cured in beeswax, and this is a tuna belly. And here is what they call a Chilean peruana. Apparently these fish just goes around and eats lobster. And this dish represents the waters of Easter Island, which I really wanted to go. Maybe next time, let's just start with, I wanna taste this. This is the tuna in beeswax, all grilled over charcoal, little sprinkle of salt, that's it. And before you eat, just swipe it across. I think the blue represents the ocean probably. Wow. The flavor is delicious, smoky, almost has a subtle sweetness to the flesh, but it is a bit dry. I was really expecting something extremely melting in your mouth. This is not that. Yeah, you can see how dry this thing is inside. Yeah, tuna belly, I was expecting really fatty piece of meat, juicy piece of meat. Flavor is good, but dry. This piranha fish looks like it still has some scales on here, which I think is gonna bring a nice crunch to it. This is delicious. This is head and shoulders better than the tuna. Yeah, the scales are left on so they can add that beautiful crunch, like a smoky, fishy chip. The flesh is just melts in your mouth, absolutely melts in your mouth. It's so tender. That's incredible. And I think you're just supposed to eat this like a rib almost, maybe. Pick it up on either end and eat it like a rib. Like that? Yeah? Just pick it up, right?
Exactly.
Oh, okay, thank you.
If you want, you have a fork.
Yeah, that might be good too. So you could do that, or you can use a fork. In my case, because I have to, one hand is holding a camera, so this might be easier for me for now. Delicious. Kingfish, this is very, very smoky. Look at this. A good amount of fat on this piece as well. Oh yeah, that fatty part's absolutely melts in your mouth. It is a firm but very tender piece of fish. Yeah, it's like eating fish ribs. Yeah, firm but tender. Not bad. I think my favorite was definitely the Chilean piranha and then the kingfish. This is definitely more of a dish that highlights the natural taste of the fish itself. And of course, I love gnawing on bones, whether it's a pork bone, beef bone, fish bones. And look how lightly it's cooked. This thing is definitely rare in the middle. So you're getting some of that natural sweetness of the fish as well. Very nice. So next course is a bread course. There's butter and there is bread. So the bread is made from micao, which is a native Chilean potato. And they cook the bread directly over hot ash. Whew. Oh, it's burning hot. I'm supposed to take some butter, spread it over the potato bread. Really nice and toasty on the outside. Wow. You can definitely tell this is a potato. Very strong potato flavor, a little sour. It tastes almost fermented. In the inside, it's a little gooey. Oh, that was really interesting. Next course is the lamb. I didn't notice this, but they were roasting whole lambs outside for about, it's been roasting for about 4 hours. And this is a cut from the lamb's stomach with a little dust of salt on the outside and with a tempura leaf with truffle sauce underneath. Okay, the lamb looks incredibly juicy. Look at that, just a little poke and juice is just gushing out. Okay, I am very excited for this. Whoa, okay. That was a very, very tender cut. Wow. Absolutely delicious. The skin is crispy. The meat is beyond juicy. You taste the smoke. Really no gaminess to this whatsoever. It's just a little bit of salt. This is an extremely tender piece of lamb. And roasted lamb is a very traditional dish, especially in Patagonia, which I really need to go to Patagonia because apparently a lot of the best seafood, best food in general in this country, all in Patagonia. And because this lamb is cooked asado style and it's facing up, so all the juice is dripping down throughout the entire body of the lamb onto the charcoal, creating smoke, and that smoke just goes back into this delicious meat. Try some of this truffle sauce. Wow, so crispy. The truffle sauce is delicious, but honestly, don't really need it. Lamb is so good on its own. Oh, Patagonia. Next time. Look at all that fat that's in here too. Every time you chew, it's like a floodgate of delicious meaty juice. The skin has such a nice, subtle little crunch. Just one of the most juicy cut of lamb in existence. And cooking lamb asado style, you gotta be really good at controlling the temperature, the fire. That was absolutely perfect. So next we're moving on to dessert, and this dessert is made with sea strawberry. So this is a sea strawberry, and apparently it grows on the side of the ocean in the rocks and doesn't need any sunlight. This is the dessert. The blue is just food coloring. It says some different ingredients in there. The middle is a sorbet, and what I'm supposed to do, take the top off. Look at that, that's so interesting. It does kind of look like a strawberry. And squeeze the juice into the dessert. Or the inners. Look at this, oh my gosh. The inside is like a jam. It tastes like a lightly sweet strawberry jam. This thing is very refreshing. And there's also sea strawberries inside this as well. bright, refreshing, a little sticky, not bad. One thing I will say about this place, I mean, you gotta be fit to work here because lifting those plates, you're basically walking around with heavy stones. Everybody working here probably have to go through a fitness test first. So this dessert on the bottom is an ice cream made with a local Chilean mushroom. In the middle, it's a seaweed, and on the inside, it's stuffed with wild berries from Patagonia. And on the top, it's also a seaweed that's caramelized, I believe. And they said just to pick it up from the middle, eat the bottom first, and work your way up. Mushroom ice cream, that's pretty delicious. And you definitely do taste the mushroom. Chocolatey, a little earthy. Mushroom ice cream. The chef must be a fun guy. Oh, the seaweed on top. Nice and crunchy. A little savory. It goes really well with the ice cream. Wow, so the seaweed provides that little brininess. So you get a little sweet and salty. Oh, this is a really good dessert. Very innovative, beautiful. Again, stuff from Patagonia. I need to go to Patagonia. Last bite. Little lemon meringue, smoky lemon meringue. Cleanses the palate, and you get to pretend you're a fire-breathing dragon. So that was a 16-course culinary adventure throughout Chile. And the total cost after everything comes out to be about $200 US. Because there's no Michelin system in this country, like this anywhere else would easily be a 1 or probably 2 Michelin star restaurant. The food overall, I think is pretty good. There were of course some that hit really hard, like the mussel was incredible. The mussel, the barnacles, that was a 10 out of 10. Also the clam dish sitting on a little thing of ice, incredible. And the tempura dill, those I think were my favorites. I think some I thought were just okay, like the appetizers, like the tomato juice. It was okay, it just kind of tasted like tomato juice, a little bit of watermelon juice. The dish that didn't really resonate with me at all is the fish dish. I thought the fish tasted fine. It just tasted like grilled fish. The blue sauce in the middle, I really didn't feel like it tasted like much. And I was super excited for the tuna belly because they brought over the whole tail. It was cured in beeswax for 2 weeks. I thought it was gonna be amazing, but that was like probably the worst bite of the night. I think dessert, the mushroom ice cream I really liked. The first one with the sorbet, I think that was just okay, but honestly, like I don't really like sorbet. Overall, I felt like this tasting menu is one of the most innovative, creative, beautiful tasting menus I've ever seen. I compare this to Alania and the 3 Michelin star in Chicago. You don't usually see dishes as innovative as I saw tonight. So overall, I thought this was a pretty phenomenal dining experience. I mean, I'm glad I came. I definitely see why they are rated in the top 50 restaurants in the world. And right now it's almost midnight. That's probably the latest dinner I've ever had. All right, gotta go back, go to sleep. As always, all the places I went to, list down below for you guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Till we eat again. See you later.